All right, let's do this. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Blaugrana Planets. Welcome back to a new video. And this is gonna be a different kind of video because I want to reflect on our failure and reflect on what's going on Barcelona and how we are trying to change this club and how we are trying to renovate this club in indeed a very difficult moment, because many things happened in the past. We all know what we're talking about, and of course we lost our main player, Leo Messi, and it's been a big downhill after that. And I want to reflect on what's been going on lately and what's our failure here in this season, guys. By the way, guys, let me know if you have any questions. I want this video and I want this reflections to be mutual. So guys, let me know. I know I've been absent for the last couple days. I've been very hurt, very hurt. I believed in the miracle, but of course I was conscious that it was very hard. It didn't depend on us, and just I still believe that we could beat Bayern at home, at least have some pride, at least have some respect for ourselves, and the image that we showed wasn't good enough. The image that we showed was very poor, and I want to reflect on what's been going on lately and how can we improve it, right? And where is Barça gonna go in the next season and in the rest of this season, of course, and where is Barça going right now, and how can we improve it? By the way, so guys, let me know. I'll be very interested in the comments, and of course I want to give the special thank you to OneFootball, because OneFootball is the sponsor of this channel and of this video. And if you guys haven't downloaded OneFootball, guys, go do it right now, because you can even check highlights on the app. If you're in the UK and if you're in Ireland, you can even check highlights on the app from La Liga. So that's impressive. That's really good to know. That's a really nice feature from OneFootball. So guys, go check it out using the link in the description, because if you do so, you will be redirected to the OneFootball app for free. So go check it out. They even stream some games live, apart from the highlights, of course, of La Liga. So make sure to check it out. Again, guys, a lot of things need to change in this club, and I'm gonna be a little critic this time with Mr. Joan Laporta. I know you guys know that I'm a fan of Laporta, that I support Laporta, but things are very difficult nowadays. There is a big opinion in the internet in regards of the continuity of Xavi Hernandez. Is he the right one? Is he not the right one? I think certainly Xavi Hernandez is a risk, right? Choosing Xavi Hernandez was a risk. Is he pure DNA Barça? I mean, he's the most Barça DNA that you can get right now. The coach that was available, the coach that wanted to coach Barcelona. But it's certainly inexperienced, and I think we're kind of paying that. Right, maybe a stage in another team for Xavi Hernandez would have been perfect for him. And there's a few things, that I don't quite like about Xavi Hernandez. For example, his team, like his assistants and stuff. I mean, you're an inexperienced coach, for example, and you get as an assistant, your brother is an assistant. I don't know. I mean, what is your brother gonna provide? He's as unexperienced as you are. I understand that they have a very good connection and they've been working together, but it's just little things. For example, the trainer, the physical trainer, the physical coach in the team of Xavi Hernandez is a very good friend of his. Like, I don't know. Maybe he's really good. But I think we're paying the inexperience of Xavi Hernandez. Of course, we are obviously paying for many things. It's not just the inexperience of Xavi Hernandez, but certainly now I think that we have to stick with Xavi Hernandez, right? Changing coach right now wouldn't be a smart decision. You have a contract on Xavi Hernandez. And not only that, is that the project has started to be built around him, right? We invested a lot of money, and so far, I think that we have to give him a chance. Of course, even himself said today in the press conference that if things don't work well, then another coach will come. But I think that we have to keep trusting, and we have to support the team, right? So let's keep pushing. But certainly the renovation of the squad needs to be addressed. And what happened this last summer was nice. But certainly was done. It was not completed, right? It was just a part of the renovation, and certainly a lot of things need to happen. We have Weiser saying, "Do you think Xavi is a bit biased towards Spanish players? Everyone is saying this." I think that's just, it's not happening, guys. Xavi is not biased towards the Spanish players. 100%. I mean, you're the coach of Football Club Barcelona. Everything is at stake. Your reputation, the reputation of the club is at stake. There's no bias towards anybody. There is bias towards the players that perform, for sure. And for that, I am 100% sure. 100% sure. Otherwise, guys, it would be insinuating that Xavi is being some sort of a racist guy, which is not happening, right? It's not happening. H.Y. Jr. says, change number 1 should be release useless players. All right, so yeah, in fact, releasing useless players, I think the door is open for some of these useless players, and the problem is that they are not taking the step, because for us to kick them out is going to be hard, right? It's going to be hard. For example, players like Jordi Alba. I mean, Jordi Alba has literally 2 players above him right now. You have Balde and Marcos Alonso, and Jordi Alba has decided to stay. He decided that he could fight against everything. I mean, it makes no sense. Barcelona should have invited him to leave, or at least have a meeting, a very direct meeting, tell him, look, listen, you need to help the club, you have 2 players above you, you need to leave. Pretty much same thing with Piqué. Piqué, 5th center back, completely out of shape. He played against Inter, it was a disaster. I don't want to see him play anymore, to be honest. This guy destroyed his life, in personal life, destroyed his football reputation, destroyed his gameplay. I mean, Piqué is just nowhere near what his prime was, and he should leave. Even he said himself after the 2-8 that he was gonna leave, right? He didn't do it. I think he should be leaving as soon as possible. Busquets, I'm not as in a hurry to replace Busquets, but Jordi Alba, Piqué must leave. I'd say January. Busquets needs to go too, right? But if they tell me, look, you have to pick 1 or maximum 2 of the captains to leave, I'd say Jordi Alba, Piqué. I mean, to be honest, if I was Laporta, I would invite all the captains to leave. That includes Busquets, Sergio Roberto. I mean, it's Jordi Alba, Piqué, Sergio Roberto, Busquets. All need to go. Sergio Roberto need to go as well. Everybody needs to go. We need to do a proper cleanup, guys. A proper cleanup. And whoever tells me, oh, Busquets is the core of the team, listen. There's a million other teams out there. Any other team is playing without Busquets, and we have been wiped out by some of these teams. Let's try to change a little bit. Let's try to renovate the style of play. We are not Manchester City, okay? We don't have Guardiola. And again, I remember when Xavi was arriving, everybody was saying, oh, the new Guardiola, and I was right. I was saying, patience, guys. Xavi is not Guardiola. He's the same DNA, but certainly Guardiola this guy is a mastermind. Is a unique guy, unique kind of coach. Let's see what the other people are saying. Ashnay Pereira says Xavi needs to improve his starting 11. I mean, yes, but how? What is your proposal? What's your proposal? Wild Herb says, I knew this season will be a disaster. Life is a bit better when the expectations are low. Lewa was a bad sign. He is the best player in the team, but that did not help. He will be 35 next year. That's a good point, Wild Herb. I mean, the expectations were high, the signings were there, but I think it's important to create illusion, right? Illusion, by illusion I mean motivation in the fans. You know, the fans need to love the club, and we need to support the club, guys. And we need to support it economically as well. At the end of the day, we are not backed by Qatar. We are not backed by some rich Russian guy. You know what I mean? It's owned by the socios, and we are backed by ourselves. You know, every socio, every fan, every person that some sort likes Barcelona is supporting it in some way, right? So we need to keep on pushing in that sense. We need to create the expectations, but I know it's hard when we were saying at the beginning of the season, we can compete the Champions League. Guess what? We can't even go through the group stage. Of course, we have the injuries, we have the referees, we have the group of death, but you could say these are excuses, right? I don't want to be building up on excuses. We have a really good team. What's happening is that there's too many factors to be analyzing. and yeah, Lewandowski is 34, guys. Lewandowski just turned 34. Sorry. Lewandowski is not going to save our ass all the time. We need to renovate this team as soon as possible. We have a cornerstone there. Gavi, Pedri, Frenkie de Jong, Araujo, Valde, Eric. Up front, you could say Ansu Fati, you could say Ferran Torres, who is improving. Ferran Torres, 22 years old, guys, 22 years old. Give this guy a chance. Don't destroy him mentally. Don't destroy him mentally. I see why you're saying, your opinion, is Bellerin better than Sergio Dest in the right back? He's different. I would say right now they're at the same level, similar level, guys. Very similar level. I think that Bellerin was certainly not a signing for us to be counting on for the next years. Was a patch. Bellerin was a patch. Guys, economically, we're still in deep trouble. We're still in a bad situation. We got money out of the palancas or of the levers just for a matter of time. Just for a matter of time, guys. And this money was counting towards the fair play margin for this season, but not for next season. And still we have the wage bill over the roof, plus 600 million. We need to lower it. We need to cut it by 200 million. And this is urgent. And we're still thinking about incorporating players this season. I mean, this winter transfer market. Because they're saying, we need to sign a right back and we need to sign a replacement for Busquets. I mean, with what money? And by what money, I mean the fair play margin. We don't have any fair play margin. We're going to need to get rid of Jordi Albas, Piqué, Busquets. We need to get rid of useless players. They need to go. Otherwise, we're still gonna be in the same situation. They need to go. And no more patches, man. And no more patches. But it's unavoidable. The patches are unavoidable now. Xavi is an experienced stubborn. Can't still believe why he's always starts substitutions at 60 minutes. Despite 2-0 down at the first half, he didn't react immediately. I can't read your name because it's in Chinese, but this was a comment by a fellow here. Against Real Madrid, it happened. You're right, my friend. It happened against Real Madrid. Minute 60, it took us to make the changes that changed the game, really. And we weren't playing in between the lines. I was seeing it. Minute 10, I was seeing it. We needed this. It took him 50 minutes to do changes. Is this because he is inexperienced, Xavi Hernandez? Farai says, signing Kanté for what? Yeah, exactly. I mean, now they're talking about replacing Busquets. Okay, they're going to look for market opportunities. And Ruben Neves is going to cost us some money because he has a contract, I believe, until 2024, which is the next 2 seasons. Ruben Neves, to me, doesn't say anything to me. It doesn't say anything to me. I wouldn't pay money for Ruben Neves for sure. Now they say Kanté. Today is Kanté. The other day was Jorginho. Now the next day is going to be somebody else. They're playing with us. This is the press. They're talking. They're playing around, guys. They're just playing around. I could be playing around as well, but I'm not going to do that. I'm tired of this farandula. So Kanté doesn't fit the style of play of Barcelona. It just doesn't, okay? It's like Kessié. He doesn't fit Barcelona. Still, you guys are gonna throw knives at me, man. This is my opinion. I believe he doesn't fit in Barcelona. Yeah, he played good in Milan, whatever. No, but in Barcelona is a different team. It's a different game. Different stuff. Funny thing 61 says, how many times have you made this video before? So reactionary. I don't know, man. I don't know if to cry or to laugh, bro. But I haven't made too many videos like this, to be honest. Not too many. Vivian says, Blaugrana Planet, I don't get why he would use Pedri as an inverted winger. It's just, it just wasn't working. I think Xavi was trying to recreate the 4 midfielder game against Bayern. It didn't work. And by the way, against Bayern, I don't know if it was motivation. I don't know if it was physicality. We just weren't there. We just weren't there. This was not great. Khalid says, why don't we bring back Nico Gonzalez? Well, his contract, from what I've read today, is that in his contract it doesn't say anything that you could bring him back in the winter transfer market. So he's gonna be out there for a year, I assume, unless they want to break the loan contract, which I assume is gonna cost us some money. Okay, I assume that it's gonna cost us some money. Mayuk Rakshit says, the veterans need to leave ASAP. I fear the weak mentality will sweep in the mind of our youngsters. Until then, nothing will change. I agree, man. I agree. I think we need just fresh blood. We need fresh players, fresh mentality. That's exactly what we need in this team. Renovate it, man. No more, as I said, all these captains need to go. And the renovation needs to be completed. Last summer we didn't complete. Now we need to take a big step. Now we do really need to speak seriously to these players that need to leave this club. Same thing we did, for example, with Braithwaite last season, right? Last summer. We told him, look, you need to go. And we had to pay him. He went to Espanyol. Pff, what a rat. Anyways, and you know what? We made a lot of jokes with Braithwaite, but he showed who he is, who he really is. He only asked for money. And then he went to Espanyol, the crappiest team in Catalonia and in Spain probably. Barry Clegg says, prediction for the Valencia game, bro. You know what? I will try to make a match preview tomorrow, because I wanted to make this video after I've been out for a couple of days working, and I just wanted to reflect with you guys. I think that we're gonna win the game, to be honest. I think Barca's gonna wake up. La Liga is different. We need to keep on going. One thing I want to address is where we're going now, right? And I'm sorry because I went pretty much everywhere, but this is the result of the frustration. But so where we're going now, I think there was a few mistakes done, but certainly this team can compete. Okay, we can compete for La Liga. We have seen it. Big games we go through. Athletic de Bilbao, Villarreal. Okay, we lost against Real Madrid, but now we're gonna face Valencia. We'll see how we do. These are big challenges, guys, that Real Madrid isn't taking right now. We did win against Sevilla. These are big challenges we have already got out of our way. Okay, so I think La Liga we're gonna compete. We're just 3 points behind Real Madrid. We cannot sleep. Okay, we need to keep on going. The Europa League, everybody's gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna win it for sure." This is exactly what happened last season. Everybody's saying, "Oh, we're out of the Champions League. We're into the Europa League. We're gonna win it for sure." You know what happened. And with an invasion at Camp Nou as well. This season is going to be very hard. If you look at the teams that are in the Europa League, you have fat teams, okay? Teams like Juventus, like Atléticos de Madrid, and there's other big teams right there. Manchester United, I think, or they're in the Conference League. Anyways, big teams you have there, okay? I wouldn't say that we can win the Europa League, okay? Of course we can win it, but I wouldn't count on it. I do count on La Liga. I do really count on La Liga. Then, possibly the Copa del Rey. I do believe in these two titles, and we will see what happens later. What if we win La Liga and only La Liga? Or what if we win la Copa del Rey? Would that be a successful season for you guys? At least a title. I'll be happy with at least a title. By the way, guys, smash the like button. More than 100 people watching, only 25 likes. I know it's hard. I know we're in a tough situation, but it would be a pleasure if you guys could smash the like button. It would be very helpful. So let's see. Hamza says, Tiki-taka is dead. BS. We should play modern football. I wouldn't say it's dead, because the old tiki-taka is dead for sure. It's reconverted. I mean, look at what Guardiola has done. He has been playing without a center forward for I don't know how many years with Man City. Now he has Haaland, and he has reconverted into the tiki-taka game into a center forward game, and is still playing the tiki-taka still playing the tiki-taka, but it's a new tiki-taka. It's a reconverted tiki-taka. It's an innovative tiki-taka. It seems like Xavi Hernandez is trying to get the old tiki-taka and trying to make it work again. I'm not sure if that's going to work, guys. I'm just not sure if that's going to work. The locker room says Xavi will not win anything. You will see. I mean, I think Xavi will win eventually something. I believe that we're gonna win something this season. Samir Lumani says, get Bernardo Silva. I mean, yeah, Bernardo Silva, big signing. I would agree with Samir here, but the problem is, guys, I think that we need to address the big problems first. We need to first get rid of all these players that are destroying our wage bill, that are not providing anything to the team, that are just the old cows, the old sacred cows. Get rid of them, which is going to be hard, not easy. Then start replacing the patches that we have in this team with players that can really last 5-10 years. Okay, Marcos Alonso is not going to last 5-10 years. He's not a player for a project. Bellerin is not a player for a project. Okay, we need to count on players like this. Okay, neither Kessié is a player. I think that neither Christensen. But you know what, Christensen, I'll keep him for now. It's working a little bit. Lewandowski, unfortunately, he's not the player for a project. He's a patch. Really, he is a patch. A hell of a patch. The best striker right now in La Liga, and one of the best strikers in Europe. A hell of a patch, but he is not a player that can last us 5 to 10 years. He's not a player that you can build a project around. Dembélé, I don't know, very unstable. Ansu Fati, hopefully he can recover. Hopefully he can recover and mentally get back on track. A lot of things need to change, guys. A lot of things need to change. Cherry says, Europa will be interesting this season. Barça, Man United, Arsenal, Juventus. As I said, guys, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be interesting? Yeah, absolutely. But remember, we needed the money of the Champions League. We needed that money. Now we're going into the Europa League. And for us to recover the money of going into the round of 16 of the Champions League, we need to win the Europa League. And apart from that, from all these sponsors, we're losing money. Because obviously, if you win the Champions League or you get into the semifinals or the quarterfinals, the sponsors are being showed around. Spotify, everything is being showed around more. So you win more money in the variables. You know, all these factors are hurting us and are postponing the recovery of this club. They are postponing the recovery of this club. Mayuk says, what do you make of the comments of Xavi Simons? So Xavi Simons, I saw the comments. Xavi Simons today said that Barça train tactics and more tactics, less gym, right? And when Xavi Simons went to PSG, he realized that, wow, they do much more gym. And it's one thing I agree that I think that we need to do both. We need to do tactics and we need to do gym. We can't be played around by Bayern Munich. We can't be played around physically by Inters, by all these teams, man. We need to be beasts, man. We need to be strong. We need to be bulls, man. We need to be really hard. We need to go into the challenges. Imagine if Gabi was super buff, the way he goes into the challenges, man. It would be insane. It would be insane. Voyager says, do you think our summer signings was somewhat of a failure? Not Lewandowski. I'd say Rafinha is a little bit of a quick signing. Maybe it was too quick to sign Rafinha. It's not convincing me. It's not convincing me. Of course, we were very excited seeing Barcelona sign players. But Rafinha certainly is. It's not a crazy player. I think he had a good season, but it's not the wow player or a player that you can count on for the future. Instead, look at what Real Madrid is doing. They bought Vinicius, young talent. They bought Rodrigo, young talent. First seasons of Vinicius, Rodrigo, they weren't amazing. In fact, a lot of critics, but now they're working for them. They're quick. By the way, Barcelona approaching Hendrik, the 16-year-old star from Palmeiras. And they are saying, oh, we're going to lose him because we told him to wait until the summer. And now Real Madrid want to snatch him and there's other clubs behind, PSG, I don't know what. Guys, welcome Hendrik because he's a buffer Ansu Fati. It's like I see Hendrik and I see a buff Ansu Fati, Brazilian Ansu Fati, man. And you have Ansu Fati, the Brazilian Ansu Fati, and you have somebody else on the other wing, and that would be a great combination for sure. But so far, he's not a Barca player, and we're not going to talk about him until there's really big moves from Football Club Barcelona towards him. Right now, it's not the case. Okay, it's not the case. I see Hamzai saying Hendrik is overrated. Maybe. I've seen videos of him. I don't really watch Palmeiras. I don't have the time to do that. But I've seen videos of him, and I really like Hendrik. Man, he is the typical Brazilian goal scorer, you know. And this guy can mark a decade, you know. So I would risk and invest money in Hendrik for sure. A risk for sure. Jeffrey Collins says, this is Barca, old player need to leave now from Jeffrey. I mean, I guess you, okay. Message from Jeffrey Collins. Okay. No, I know. Ahmad Naziri says, we need best right back and midfielder. Ahmad, do you think that if we got the best right back right now in the world, we would really play much better and we would have won against Bayern and against Inter? I'm not so sure, you know. I'm not so sure. I know it would improve, but do you want to really invest money on a big right back right now? I don't know if that's the best thing to do. Maybe you need to address other things, right? But okay, I like who I like is this guy from Villarreal. What's his name? The Argentinian guy. I forgot his name. But yeah, you guys know who I mean, right? So I really like him. And in terms of the defensive mid position, I will get a pass for now. But bring back Nico for sure for next season. But you know what's gonna happen is that Busquets is gonna leave by Juan Foyth. That's the name. Thank you for reminding me. I knew it was some sort of Juan, but I couldn't remember the name now. I'd get a patch for the Busquets position. Busquets is going to leave. And next season, we're going to have Jorginho or Kanté or whoever, who is going to be the patch for 1 or 2 seasons. And you have Nico Gonzalez. So they can both play. And eventually, Nico will stay. So you have Nico, Gavi, Pedri, and Frenkie de Jong there in the midfield. It will be great. Okay, it'd be great. So I think the midfield we're kind of set. In defense, we have the center backs. We do have center backs, and we have the left back position kind of covered with Balde. Maybe another player could come in. And instead of looking out, let's look inside. Let's look at La Masia, guys. Why not look at La Masia? If we really need the money and we're investing in patches that aren't really working, let's look at La Masia. Let's look at La Masia. Blue Knight says Kanté. Samir says the one signing was missing, Bernardo. Running Man says our tiki-taka is slow and predictable. In the past, Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, Dani Alves passing and creativity is also fast and the physicality is there. You're right, Running Man. In fact, it just matches with your username here. We need to be faster, much faster. In fact, I think we need to be direct. And I'm not into playing tiki-taka the 100% of the time. No, I think we need to have some sort of hybrid game. Let's play tiki-taka when we think it's appropriate to play tiki-taka, but let's be completely direct when we should be playing direct. Let's not wait for the other team to get back in defense, you know. Makes no sense. Nazari says we have quality but not good right back end midfielder. I mean, yeah, okay, no. But no, midfield, we have a good midfield. We do have a spectacular midfield. I think this is possibly one of the best things that we have, apart from Lewandowski. But Lewandowski is not going to save the team. It's not. And if you think that Lewandowski means that we can win the Champions League, forget about that. I mean, Lewandowski has been in Bayern Munich for how many years? 6 years, 7 years? I don't even lost the count. 5 years, 6 years? How many Champions League they won? They won only one. Only one Champions League Bayern Munich with Lewandowski. Only one. Lewandowski only has one Champions League, and it's the pandemic Champions League. It's the pandemic Champions League. And look at the team they had. Look, Bayern Munich had always a strong team. Maybe you need a little bit of luck, things that we don't have at all. But luck is related also to refereeing decisions, and we're not well positioned in that sense. Football fan says football is much developed now. It's now more about passing, physicality, hard working. Bayern is the best one in that. Yes, but there's other things in football. As I said, they only won one Champions League, but Champions League is not everything. Also, La Liga means a lot. Champions League is, there's a luck factor involved. That's for sure. Abdul Rahman says one of our problem that Barça fans don't know is our goalkeeper. He is no good at his right hand. I mean, I wouldn't change the goalkeeper now. No focus on goalkeeper now. I know Ter Stegen hasn't had the best, but Ter Stegen is an okay goalkeeper. I think he's good enough. But certainly you can have a goalkeeper like Courtois or Oblak, you know, big, tall, intimidating, really secure, that really makes good saves, you know. So far Ter Stegen, it's what it is. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate your interactions. I think that we should do this more often, in fact. Please smash the like button. I know it's hard time, but there's about 140 people watching, only 49 likes. If you guys can just smash the like button. By the way, you guys can check out OneFootball. They're showing highlights. They're showing also some games live on their app, which is very interesting. So make sure to check it out using the link in the description. And as I said, smash the like button is going to help out the channel a lot. And it's for free. Helping out the channel in that sense is for free. I would appreciate your support. So guys, tomorrow we play against Valencia. I will try to do a match review tomorrow morning, and a match preview, and I will try to do a match review even though I will be out, and I will watch the game, of course, but I don't know if I will have the time to make the match review. Whatever it is, I wish us luck. I really do wish us luck. and I wish everybody a good weekend. Make sure to go out and enjoy. Make sure to clear your minds a little bit, guys, and to keep on going with your lives. But don't forget to love this club always. This is the club, guys. This is the club. Now we're down. Tomorrow we're up. Remember that. Remember that. So you want to be in this club when we're down, because when you're up, you enjoy it 10 times more. It's like this. Anyways, guys, enough said. Thank you so much. Again, if you guys can, please support the channel. Please smash the like button. It will be a great thing. Subscribe if you haven't done so. If you hit the bell notifications, of course, you get notifications. And now, and as I always say, Visca el Barça, Visca Catalunya, and see you in the next video.